Was that right after you moved from Nepal?
It was a few years after I moved from Nepal.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
yeah,
What was that like growing from Nepal?
it was cool. A lot of pollution. I used to have a mohawk. I used to be a child model. Actually,
No, you weren't.
I'm dead serious. I
What?
can ask my mom to send pictures. I used to be a child model. I used to draw a lot. I used to wear a lot of costumes. I don't know. It's kind of the same shit, you know? Like when I was a kid, I used to like dress up as Spider-Man everywhere. But now I dress up as this, and it's like just the same bullshit anyway.
Another costume, different
Just
year.
another costume, yeah.
Damn. And you were making music though in Nepal before, right?
No, not when I was a kid. I didn't know how to make music, but I visited Nepal when I was 14 years old, and yeah, I started making music because I didn't have Wi-Fi there, so I just had to learn how to make beats
Damn.
because I was really bored.
How'd you end up here? Not even here. Like, how'd you end up in the States or
In
Canada?
the States or Canada? I don't know. It's like a plane. My parents were like, all right, fuck it.
Were you pissed about like leaving?
Yeah, I was super mad. I'm still getting over it.
Really?
I'm being serious. Well, dude, when we moved from Nepal, it sucked because we were so poor when we moved, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because in Nepal, like my parents had just bought a house and they were like starting to do well for themselves.
Yeah.
Then we moved to Canada and we were fucking poor and like we were living in like some friend's like basement and like a mat. Like it was just like the immigrant shit, you know what I mean? And it was just like cockroaches. And it was like, I was getting bullied at school and like people were racist. So I was really upset. I was really depressed for like many years. Like honestly, like it took me like 10 years to be grateful that I'm here.
Really?
Like it took me to like being 20 to be like, oh, okay, like we went through all that stupid shit so that I could come here
do your thing.
and put on these Versace glasses.
Damn.
Big boss status.
CEO boss baby.
CEO
bro.
boss baby. But I don't know.
But you said you touched on bullying. Like, did you get bullied a lot? Like here?
I don't know. You know what's crazy, man? The people that bullied me weren't even like white people. It was like
Really?
Nepali people that had been there like earlier than me. So it was like
Really?
it was like a competition to be more whitewashed, you know? So I had like, yo, you hold some deep eye contact. You're making me nervous. I'm gonna go look at him. But I was saying it was like Nepali people that wanted to be white really bad.
Yeah.
So they would just call me fob and shit. I remember like my neighbors would come into my house and look at my clothes and they had like Nepali writing and stuff and like, you can't wear this at school. Everyone's gonna make fun of you. And they're like, you can't eat Nepali food at school and all this shit. So
Self-hating ass brown.
yeah, it's just super like, you know, it's just crazy. But it's just like a cycle because, you know, brown people are taught to hate themselves.
Yeah.
And then they hate themselves so much, they teach other brown people to hate themselves.
Yeah.
You just keep going. Because, you know, I was bullied for being brown. And I remember in middle school, I would bully other kids for being brown.
Really?
Like, the cycle just continued. So it took me until I was like 18 to be like, oh, I am in like a trauma cycle where I was so humiliated for being brown that I've looked down on other people for being brown.
Mm-hmm.
And until I was like 18, I didn't really start appreciating my own culture. And now I'm like, 22? And it's like, you know,
Yeah.
brown men can be sluts.
Yes, sir. What point of it what point for you where you're like, man, I'm sexy, I'm brown, I'm cool? Like, when was that shift?
You know what's crazy? It was after Stunning type shit because I had always made music like being silly about being attractive and stuff, but I always felt like, I don't know, I don't know about you, but like growing up brown, I felt really ugly and nerdy and like just like the bottom of the totem pole. There's kind of like the racial hierarchy, you know what I mean? So I felt like brown people were honestly at the lowest because like even like Asian people had like K-pop and shit. So it was like, oh my God, so cute, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, the white people, blah, blah, all that shit, right? But brown people didn't really have anything to make them cool. And in media, we were just like dorks. You know what I mean? Or like the laughing stock. So after Stunning, because you know the song's like, I'm a pretty boy, I'm stunning. It's kind of a funny song, but it kind of manifested. And then I got to do like modeling gigs. I did like music videos and like so many people were like, oh my God, it's so cute, blah, 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 whatever. So it was like the first time I was like, oh man, am I attractive? Like, have I been hating myself? But this is the thing, man. None of us know if we're hot or not. Like, it doesn't even exist. Like, if you think you're hot, you're hot. You know what I mean? Like, if you thought you were ugly and you acted like you were ugly, the world would probably believe you're ugly.
Well, it's like that cycle, right? You feel like you're ugly, you think you look ugly,
Yeah.
and therefore you don't stop caring about the way you look. So you don't, like, keep yourself
So
clean.
honestly, you just lie to yourself, man. You can say anything. You can be like, I'm so sexy, and you'll feel it, you know?
Sexy, bro.
It's cool.
I think that's what's happening now. Is like we're finally like getting that type of representation. Like,
Did you feel attractive growing up at all?
no, I was like super insecure growing up. I think my thing was like I was scared that nobody liked me always, ever since I was a little kid. And I think the way I compensated was like dressing well. Like like my whole thing was dress well, do your hair all the time, and like be the best representation of myself. Because my version of fighting the Fabi stuff, like where like you're the ugly brown kid, is like, nah, I don't look like that. I'm clean. I'm fly.
I was the opposite because I was like, oh, you guys think I'm weird and fucking stupid and an immigrant and shit. So I would just lean in on it and like I don't know, like I would just make like Indian jokes or whatever, like just do accents and shit or just be loud and annoying and crazy because I was like, okay, you guys are already laughing at me. Let's all laugh. Yeah. Now you're laughing with me because I'm making a joke of myself. So it took a long time to realize being like, oh, okay. Like all these like racial jokes I'm doing and shit is like, I don't know, it's not good. Yeah.